When we built Aptela, we used technologies which were state-of-the-art back in 2001. EJB, service-oriented architecture, Java, EJB of course, things along those lines. It was great. The platform worked spectacularly, and we actually took those technologies and did things which were pretty much close to magic back then. Over time, technologies evolved, requirements evolved, what people wanted to do with voice applications and telephony evolved. We evolved too. What we have today is not unlike the old trope about your grandfather's axe. Your father changed the blade and you changed the haft. It's a brand new axe, but it's still your grandfather's axe. The platform that we have today is completely different from the one that we started off with back in 2001. It's just that what it does is also completely different from what it did back then. But in many ways, it's the same thing. It helps companies do all those things that they need to do from a telephony perspective without having to worry about how they do it. They do things their way. They don't do things the way we make them do it. The Aptela platform is predicated on what we call infopresence. Infopresence is the ability for a person to know and act upon the state of everybody else in their company. When I say state, I don't just mean whether they're logged on or logged off, or whether it's one of the, like IM or chat or something along these lines. This includes voice state. Are they on a phone? Are they near a phone? Were they on a phone call recently? Things along those lines. For infopresence to really work, there are two aspects. Aspect one is for you to have voice access to telephony capabilities, regardless of where you are. Whether you're near your cell phone, whether you're at a soft phone, whether it's your desk phone, it doesn't matter. You need to be able to make and receive phone calls based upon what your company needs. Thing number two is you need to have context awareness, regardless of where you are. When I say context awareness, what I mean is you need to know whether people are online or offline, whether people are willing to accept phone calls or reject phone calls. You need to be able to change your state, which phones you want to receive calls on, things along those lines. Well, two main reasons. One is the pretty obvious issues associated with using third-party software. You are now beholden to them for everything that you do. You're on their upgrade cycle, you're on their software release cycle, you're on their bug fix cycle, and oh come on, at the end of the day, you have to tithe them, you have to pay them for the privilege of doing whatever it is that you want to do. It's a choice, it's a valid choice, and we chose not to go down that road. The second reason is in some ways much bigger. We are cloud-based. Our entire existence is based upon tying into and integrating into external platforms, into third-party applications, into other people's businesses, and allowing people to do things the way they want to do it, not the way we make them do it. And frankly, there's nothing out there that allows us to do that. The choice is either not do it at all or build our own, and we went with building our own. Well, there's this feature that we call text whispering, which I find, well, just ridiculously cool. Essentially, the deal is, if I'm online from my client, I can see that, oh, Charles, who works for me, is on the phone right now. I can just text him a message, and it gets whispered into his ear. The message gets transcribed from text into speech and gets played right into his ear while he's on the phone call. He might find it annoying, but I think it's really cool. We've pretty much built the infrastructure at this point. We have widgets and applications, and we've seeded as many different environments as we possibly can with these widgets and applications. What we want to do is not just allow our customers to use these to their benefit, we also want to give our customers the tools and capabilities to integrate these into their own environments. Robust APIs, easy-to-use widgets, easy-to-use applications, and the ability to build your own applications, really bringing the Aptela Anywhere experience to the client.